New from Eureka and number 334 in the Masters of Cinema series is Shogun's Samurai from 1978. Another Kinji Fukusaku movie, another one to enter the Masters of Cinema series, and he is really ramping up the titles in that. This is a really great film, one that I was surprised by. I loved the filmmaking, I loved the storytelling, I love how even for 2 hours and 11 minutes it was constantly going and evolving and changing, which is one of my favourite things about it. Now this is all following the death of a shogunate and his 2 sons who are vying to take control. The eldest son, Iemitsu, is scarred. He's a birthmark down his face. He stutters. He's not seen as the strong person to take control of this group. The younger son, Tokugawa, is much better situated, but he was born second, so he is not the favoured. So they have these 2 vying people looking to take over control. Pretty early on, it turns out that the shogun was poisoned and murdered, and we have these 2 brothers against each other as we figure out who has killed the shogun and who is vying to take control. But it's done in such a wonderful way. There's lots of political aspects to this as people are debating who they should support and why. There is lots of subterfuge and espionage as they start to undermine each other or set each other up.
ことごとに家光殿を立てるそなたの心配りはまことに見上げたもの。なれどこれは父上のご冥福にも関わること。
What I liked about this was I didn't know where my alliances lay. You know, watching the movie, you see these 2 vying camps, and for the start of the movie is people forced into situations they didn't want to be in. It's just people trying to deal with the death of their father, deal with the betrayal of a family member, and trying to figure out what's the next logical steps for them, which I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Now that's not to say that there is no action in this. There is loads of action, there is lots of characters, and there is incredible fight sequences peppered all the way through this, and there is more than enough to keep the action centric people focused, but the story really backs it up. Like I said, the 2 brothers are vying for control, and for much of the movie I was like, I can see points of view for both sides. I can understand why they're mad, or understand why they're angry and trying to do this, how they believe their point of view is the best and the most appropriate for how the clan can move forward. And it's slowly throughout the movie that you start to realise that maybe one has been poisoned more than others and is starting to become the kind of bad guy. But I was fine with that, because I really was torn in that first half, going like, who would I want to win this battle? Who do I see taking over the shogun? But it changes near the end, and you kind of realise that, okay, one of the brothers is definitely taking a turn for the worse, and one of them is more magnanimous and loyal and more appropriate for the shogun position. Fukusaku does what he does best. Big, sprawling landscapes filled with extras, having these incredible battles. It is gritty, it's realistic, it's got this violent energy that just really works. Definitely the kind of thing that kind of came from Battles Without Honour and Humanity. You've got Sonny Chiba here, who is so intense. He's strong, stoic, violent, and extremely capable, with ferocious swordplay and a physical presence that just pops. It's absolutely wonderful. The sword fights are fast, frenetic. The choreography is wonderful. and even though there is lots of sword fights, they never become tedious, boring, or repetitive. You're always brought in because you understand who these people that are about to fight are, what is at stake, and that kind of helps drive the narrative along rather than just two guys hitting each other with swords. It has, this blend of action along with historical drama. It's a really, really strong production values here as well. This has got to be like a really good budget on this one, because the amount of extras, the amount of characters, the amount of cast that was familiar, the scope of the thing was just wonderful. There is wonderful moments throughout it, from the opening secession crisis to the assassination attempts and ambushes, to the large-scale fights, to the more subdued samurai against samurai fights, which are just wonderful and violent. The Yagu clan, they're the one that's going to deal with the older brother, and their double dealings and the way that they are really sly about their manoeuvres is wonderful to watch. And of course, it's the final confrontation, which, unlike a lot of films, is not like this huge prolonged fight. It's a definite end to the story, and it's a great ending. And that's, I won't get too much into it. I really enjoyed this more than I thought I was going to, because sometimes Fukusaku can ride the line of just being okay. This is a little bit step above. So let's dive into the discs and have a look at the extras. Here we are in the disc for Shogun's Samurai, or the Yagu clan conspiracy. You have the film, then you have Echoes of the Present, a video essay by Joe Hickenbottom that runs for 21 minutes 30 seconds, looking at how Fukusaku kind of course corrected a lot of Japanese cinema, particularly this subgenre. He talks about the kind of chaotic atmosphere, the sort of moody, ambiguous, realistic take on the Yakuza film before moving in to other subgenres and redefining them. We have Filming Underway, theatrical trailer, which runs for 2 minutes 8 seconds, and it's basically announcing this film. It's a really fun, unusual trailer. We have Special Report, which is 3 minutes 14, and it's just building the hype for this again. And then we have the epic 5 minute 24 second Coming Soon theatrical trailer. Also included in this set is a 20-page book with the essay The Ninja Gamble, Notes on Shogun's Samurai by Jonathan Clement. That's the extras for Shogun's Samurai. Well, thanks for watching my review of Shogun's Samurai. It's brutal, a politically charged slice of Fukusaku mayhem, and I'd love to know what you think of this one. So let me know in the comment box below. Have you picked this release up? Are you planning to pick up? Have I swayed you on picking this one up? I really hope I have, because it's really great. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And if you want to check out more videos, I've got more up here which you can peruse to your liking. Thanks for watching. See you next time.